Let's move on and finish the stream on everyone's favourite segment, and that is REAX, where we go and look at the internet and see how it did react to the game yesterday. First up is SVR saying the whole stadium singing Mickey's song where Vicario and Timo were hyping him up. And this was such a nice moment because at the end of every game, it usually goes from Free From Desire all the way back into the Ange song, Angels by Robbie Williams. But they changed it up this time and they played Mickey van der Ven's song, Give It Up, throughout the speakers in the stadium. And everyone went absolutely wild, didn't they?
Yeah, it was brilliant. And look, he deserves his props. And I just love that moment. You see like Werner and Vicario pointing and jumping up and down and singing Van der Ven's song as well. Lovely moment for him. And obviously, we know he gets a lot of credit, and they were singing his song very loudly yesterday. And after the game, he said in an interview he really loves how much the fans appreciate him and how much they support him. And I'm sure he's feeling that love as well. And that was a really lovely moment after the game.
I was reading a report on Mickey van der Ven, comments from his old coach at Volendam in Holland. And they said, apparently, they said that they didn't think Van der Ven was going to make it because he wasn't fast enough. I was like, you should not be a coach if you think that. Like, this guy is literally one of the quickest guys in European football.
Ever. Like, it's nuts. I don't know how that could ever be the case where you think he's not quick enough. Like, how slow... He couldn't have been much slower before. I just can't believe it.
Unreal. Next up is from SONNY7Y, and this is Pedro Porro just slapping Sonny on the arse after Porro scored that goal.
And Sonny put him in a headlock. Absolutely love it. The only player he allow him to put him in a headlock is Sonny. Maybe Romero as well.
Romero for sure. Ben Haynes tweeted out saying immaculate full-time vibes featuring Mickey van der Ven, and this is just another angle of those scenes at half-time with Mickey.
Yeah, he had a really nice moment. You can see on on the big screen there, they had someone was holding a placard of his song as well. Such a lovely moment, and I'm so happy that he got the goal that his play deserved, because he's such an important player on him. And I think there has to be maybe a conversation, are we too reliant on him? Maybe that'll be for a panel show, but I thought, yeah, so happy he got his props.
I think we're most definitely too reliant on him, because you can see it in the clear with the wins and the losses with and without Van der Ven. One loss this season in the Premier League when Van der Ven's played the whole game. Yes, you can put that Chelsea game in there, but he went off early because of an injury. Zara, this is what it means, and this is Sonny showing that passion. I love Sonny's passion. It's just unbelievable.
Never get bored of Sonny showing passion. He's got so much to give as well. Brilliant. I love the fans in the background. Look at that old guy who's got... just behind Sonny there. I love it. Brilliant stuff.
Ayudi saying just a kiss in my opinion, and this is Sonny and Van der Ven embracing each other after the game.
Just kiss him. He wants him to kiss, I think.
Just kiss already,
Come
guys.
on, all right. We
Too
see
much
how much
sexual tension in the air.
Oh, brilliant.
Jay Andrew says Spurs often have the solution to win a given game. Just sometimes game needs to play out to see what you need. I see the vision very clearly. We need some more tools to replace some of the tools we have. To be clear, certain players are reaching their ceilings in the team. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree with definitely the first part. A lot of the time at the moment, teams are coming out with a way to stop us, and then we kind of change it up in the second half, and all of a sudden they can't stop that. So I think that is important to note as well. Just because you can't win it straight from the start doesn't mean when you're finding the solutions you shouldn't have credit for that, how we do in the second half, and that should be credited. But I think if you can't see the vision, I mean, I see it very clearly, the way we're playing, when we're really on our football, we're really hard to stop, and that's why we keep scoring in waves. I think obviously the next phase is do that consistently over 90 minutes, obviously have control over 90 minutes, all that kind of stuff, and have complete control of the game. But the most important thing is having those moments in the game where the team are really clicking and we're having those waves of attacks and we're very, very hard to stop. And then we've got that, and then the goal is, you want to stretch that out over the whole game.
That's why I don't like to compare us to them lot, but that's why I kind of look at it a bit similar to maybe their season when they finished 5th, because you saw kind of fits and spurts of a really good team coming to life and coming to fruition, but they just needed a few more pieces of that jigsaw to really say that to show that real consistency from a 90-minute period, from minute 1 till the 90th minute. From the next season, you saw them going on a title charge. You saw them starting the season like prime Barcelona that season, and then they fell off when they got those injuries again. But Spurs, you're seeing the nucleus. You're seeing like fits and spurts of a really good side, but we can't sustain it for a full 90-minute period. I do think once we add a few more jigsaws pieces to the puzzle in the summer, you're going to see a team that can sustain things for more than just maybe like half an hour spurts.
Yeah, I was having this debate today on the WhatsApp group. I said the biggest difference between us and the top 3 is time difference. I think it's
What do you mean by that?
In terms of how much time they've had together compared to us. I think that is the largest difference. Obviously, there is still a quality difference. We need to get a few more pieces in the puzzle. But I think the largest gap between us and the top 3 is just the time. And once we catch up on the time, I think we're going to be catching up with them.
Yeah, I do think maybe we started the project a bit further along than maybe Arsenal did, because if you look at Ange Postecoglou's first 11, you look at Arteta's first 11, I do think they're miles apart in terms of quality. But I do think you're right in terms of if given Ange more time, giving him time to get more of his players in, you're going to see a team absolutely firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Next up is from Ayudi saying, and this is the moment that we were talking about before in the player ratings with HOJBJERG and Heung-min Son and that infamous free kick now.
Infamous.
And I don't know
You
what
can see, yeah, look, Sonny wants it clearly, but HOJBJERG's like, no, I'm taking. Why? Sonny should be putting his foot down saying, look, I'm the captain. Who is on free kicks? Is anyone like, do we have he's surely our designated free kick taker.
How many has he taken this season?
Yeah, not many, I don't think. I don't know.
I think our free kick taker not Madison? Well, Madison's
Oh, you're right. Maybe it's Madison
Son.
or Porro even. Maybe Porro as
yeah.
well. Porro takes quite a few. But I think Sonny on this occasion, he should be saying, look, HOJBJERG, this is a situation I'm going to be taking the free kick.
On what grounds does HOJBJERG get to take a free kick? I don't understand.
No,
on
I
what
don't
grounds? Like, when have we ever seen HOJBJERG take a free kick?
I
Ever.
understand it. But you can see, like, Sonny just a bit resigned to it. But I don't know why he is. He should be a bit more forceful, in my opinion, and just say, just take the ball off him.
Sam Cornish up next saying, na, Mickey van der Ven. And that's a lovely snapshot of the goal rippling into the corner of the net.
That's a stunning picture. I love that. It's Van der Ven wheeling away. Matt Sells just couldn't move as well. Then it was past him before he even knew it, wasn't it? What a rocket. Absolute rocket.
The Premier League tweeted out saying Spurs have now scored 11 goals through defenders this season, the joint most in the Premier League with Arsenal. And that was exactly what we highlighted in the 5 takeaways as well.
Yeah, and it's as we said, it's very important that defenders can chip in as well. And I think in terms of attacking quality, our defenders have really good ability in the final third, and they're starting to show it, I think.
Yeah, and for far too long as well, like, we haven't had goal-scoring back four. Even right back, left back, centre backs, they haven't been chipping in enough or way enough, and probably since the Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Rose and Walker days. But even then, like, Rose would get like 1 or 2 goals a season, maybe. Walker wouldn't really get too many
get a
goal
few
contributions.
assists, not goals.
In terms of goals, not really many. And Vertonghen came with this reputation of being a mad goal-scoring centre-back. But even him, I was quite disappointed with his output in terms of goals.
Well, it's a big difference to last season, isn't it? Last season we had Longley, we had Dyer, we had Emerson playing a lot, we had Reguilon as well. Yeah. It's a big difference.
Yeah, was our left-back Reguilon? No,
not Reguilon, sorry, Perisic.
Perisic, yeah.
Was Reguilon there last year?
No, Reguilon was out on loan, wasn't he not?
That's right. He was in Conte's first 6 months. He was there. Yeah.
Spurs Express saying Vicario, and this is his comment in reply to Mickey van der Ven saying, "Come on, you Spurs." Vicario commented saying, "I wanted to hug you, but I was too far away."
Oh, you're never too far away, Vicario. We've seen you run the length of a pitch for a hug. Come on, man. Not a good excuse.
Ridroll says he always so proud when others do well, and this is Heung-min Son. This is when the Van der Ven song was on again, and he's just so happy. Look at that smile,
like a proud father.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Matthew Boredom says a couple of goals created that are own goals that don't show the stats, and that's obviously in reply to a tweet that we put out about
Timo
Werner's goal contributions this season.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. Yeah.
Tottenham tweeted out a very sad news yesterday that we are deeply saddened to hear the passing of former player Joe Kinnear. The thoughts of everyone at the club are with the family and friends at this incredibly sad time. And obviously a very successful player for Spurs was Joe Kinnear in the 60s.
Yeah, he won. I think he won the FA Cup. I think he won UEFA Cup as well. And there was nothing quite like a Joe Kinnear post-match interview. I think he was one of the funniest guys in a post-match interview. You never know what he's going to say.
Yeah, he never managed Spurs, did he?
No, unfortunately not. But he was a really good defender for us and won a few trophies as well.
Absolutely. Spurs Express tweeting out some quotes from Nuno yesterday on his return to Spurs for the first time since his sacking. And he says, "It was just another game. It was a pleasure to work here at Spurs. It was an honour. Things didn't work out, didn't finish well. I keep on going. Spurs keep on going. It was special to come here. It was always special to come to a place where you've worked. But that doesn't take away from my focus on the team." And obviously Sonny and Nuno had a nice embrace after the game. But yeah, it was just one of those things. I mean, Nuno, how long was he actually in the job for? What, 3 months?
He got sacked in November time, early November. So yeah, he was there from like July to November time. I think it didn't work out is an understatement. But look, is what it is with Nuno. He's hopefully he can keep North Forest up for them, but yeah, I can't say I miss him or anything because I don't think that's true.
Yeah, they didn't like give him a welcome back on the tannoy or anything like they've done with, like, I don't know if they did it for Pochettino either, but they do it for players, don't they? I thought it would have been a nice touch from Spurs, even though it didn't work out, but it wasn't to be.
Don't think he was getting applause or an ovation when he came in.
We should have given him applause just because he's not at the club anymore. No. But Sonny tweeted out saying, "I got my cheek pinched by the director," and this was Nuno and the Sonny embrace that I just spoke about.
Yeah. A little nice moment. To be fair, if it wasn't for Sonny, that he put Nuno top of the league for a time because he scored the winner against City in the opening day, scored the winner against Watford, and so Sonny was the only one really stepping up at that time, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's true. THFC report saying Heung-min Son and Nuno, another picture of their embrace yesterday. Spurs Express tweeted out saying player of the match Mickey van der Ven with his man of the match award yesterday.
Yeah, fully deserved it.
Hotspur reports this was the challenge from Danilo on Giovanni Lo Celso compared to the challenge of Cuti Romero on who is that?
That's on Enzo.
So I mean, one was a sending off and one wasn't. You tell me why. And
the Romero one was actually pulled back from VAR as well. So look how much higher the Danilo one is, and as well, it looks like it was also quite forceful. He was coming with a lot of force into that. It was a dangerous challenge. So I just don't know why there's double standard. Why is VAR getting involved in the Romero one and not in the Danilo one? Is it a reputation thing maybe? I just don't know why they're getting involved in one and not the other. I think it's a double standard.
Yeah, totally agree. StatMuse FC saying Spurs lost Harry Kane last summer. They are now back in fourth. They have a better win percentage this season than any of their last 4 seasons with Kane.
Wow. So we're a better team without Harry Kane. But everyone says it. Where would we be if Kane did stay this season? Who knows? Who knows? It's a shame that he didn't end up staying. But
yeah, I mean, there have been a couple of games where you can see that we are missing a Harry Kane, like a proper kind of physical striker up top. I think the West Ham game was a key factor in that. Maybe even a lot of first halves
Wolves games,
yeah. So these kind of games we are missing him desperately. But I think from an objective view, when you're looking at the whole team, we are performing a lot better without maybe heavily relying on Harry Kane. Lily White Rose saying Tottenham have matched their points tally from the 22-23 season, 60 points with 7 games left to play, albeit we do have very hard fixtures from now to the end of the season.
Question is, how many do we end on?
Yeah, I think you got to expect 6 points from Burnley and Sheffield United.
So we'll put that 66. So then out of the next 5, there's Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool away, and then City and Arsenal at home. Bloody hell.
Yeah, and Newcastle. Did you mention Newcastle?
Yeah. Chelsea, Newcastle, and Liverpool away.
Yeah, I would like to say...
Do we hit 70?
0 at Anfield.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
I just can't say a loss against Arsenal, so I'm going 1 or 3 points at Arsenal. Let's go conservative and say 1. Let's say Man City at home. Let's just say a loss. Because we don't mind it this time round. And Newcastle away. I think we can go to Newcastle and win. And
They're just so depleted.
And I think we go to Chelsea and win as well.
I would say, let's say 4 points out of those two.
Yeah, okay.
So that's 5. So 11 more points. That's 71. I would take that.
That should get us top 4.
Yeah, 71. I mean, if Villa get more than 71, they've had an unbelievable season.
Yeah. And I think Villa got to go to Arsenal next week without Douglas Luiz.
And they've still got Liverpool as well to play, so they've also got some tough games.
That Villa-Arsenal game is kind of like a win-win for us, isn't it? Because if Villa win, then you're like, all right, cool, Arsenal aren't winning the league. And if Arsenal win, you're like, all right, cool, we're getting top 4.
Part of me, wants Villa to win, just even if it's bad for us.
Part of you? My whole being wants Villa to win.
Fair enough.
Jake Yedlin says, Werner's relative success, despite his limitation, just shows how much better we could be with a top leveling winner out there. For 50 million, he's no brainer as depth, but we should be still looking to invest in a better starter. And I couldn't put it better myself, because as much as I'm happy to keep Werner here next season, we still need someone better to rival him.
Yeah, imagine we had a winger who just go 2 ways and just a bit more quality, or like a lot more quality than what Timo does. As I said, like Timo's doing like the really simple things like really effectively, but imagine we had a winger who could do the not so simple things effectively as well.
Yeah.
Then it could take us up a notch.
Yeah. Tottenham tweeted out the iconic walks into the dressing room after the game. Porro, obviously. I don't know. That's just vanished.
Still
Where'd that
here?
go?
What? Which one? No,
On screen. But anyway.
on the same one. On the same
Oh,
one.
is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Anyway, just the delighted Spurs fans after Spurs players after the game.
That was the moment. Yeah, look, Van de Ven and Vicario dancing to Van de Ven. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What a moment.
Spurs Express tweeted out Vicario on Instagram saying, "Oh, when the Spurs go march again, great atmosphere and 3 more points, buzzing." I just can't get enough of Vicario, seriously.
He's embracing the Tottenham so much. Absolutely love it. Clearly he loves the chance as well. Big up.
Alfie tweeting out Porro scoring after 127 Premier shots without a goal.
It deserves a standing ovation, I think. Yeah, it definitely deserves a standing ovation.
And there you have it there, the standing ovation, obviously the watch along from AFTV. The next one is from Sonny again, saying, Mickey and Son Heung-min, what is that makes Son Heung-min give you a hug too?
Of course, yeah. Everyone's giving him a hug. He's like, wait, I need my hug. Love that.
Don't go anywhere without giving me a hug.
Exactly. Big up, Son.
Simon Yemene saying, heroes at the back, killers up front. Deleted tweet. Spurs Express with Kuti Romero on Instagram saying, great game, great second half. Surely these are things to improve, but this is the way all together until the end. And this is what Romero says this after every single game.
So this is the way. I'm sure everyone's full of belief. Love it.
Spurs watched. This is Pedro Porro's celebration after his goal, and he's always showing that badge as well. He's got some passion for Spurs, Pedro Porro.
He loves Spurs. Absolutely love it. Because there's always these rumours about, will he leave Spurs? But he does seem to absolutely love Spurs, doesn't he? He always points to the badge whenever he does something.
Spurs official tweeting out, sensational. This is Van de Ven's celebration. He's got his own little celebration as well, cupping the ear and pointing.
Exactly. He wants to hear the Spurs fans shout louder. Come on.
This is another one from Sonny, a nice embrace again from Mickey Van de Ven and Son Heung-min yesterday.
Yeah, come on.
And I think, is that it? No, there's more. Spurs Express saying, help turn the tide of the game back in Tottenham's favour after coming on at half-time. This is Rodrigo Bentancur and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg appreciation post. And I thought both of them were brilliant yesterday.
I saw some posts actually yesterday saying, are we back? And it was just clips of Højbjerg and Bentancur from last season. Double pivot. Oh, we're back at the double pivot. Come on, boys.
Talking THFC saying, he finally did it. He made us proud.
So proud. So proud, Nuno. Thank you so much for the 3 points.
Tottenham Tears saying, Mickey Van de Ven versus Forest in numbers. 100% tackles, 5 out of 5. 100% ground duels, 3 out of 3. 94% passing accuracy. 84 touches, 6 times possession won. 3 out of 5 aerial duels. 0 times dribble pass. 0 fouls. 43 million worth every penny.
Yeah, what a performance. What a signing. Can't believe how good he's turned out to be. I just couldn't be happier with him.
Tweets from, comments from Timo Werner after the game saying, I do the best I can to assist and help the team. which with my runs and putting balls into the box. I'm very happy that Mickey van de Ven scored today. I'm enjoying my time here a lot. I have to smile a lot next to Mickey because I'm spending a lot of time with him. I joked yesterday that he would score. I am loving it here, and he's clearly a man that wants to stay at this football club.
Yeah, definitely. And he seems like a man just completely switched in his confidence from a few months ago when he was at Leipzig not playing. And I wonder, do you reckon has he played well enough to get into that Germany squad yet, or still?
Who do they have out on their left?
They got like SONNY, Gnabry on the left. I'm trying to think. Can't think of who's on the left wing for Germany right now.
I think he can make a late run for a squad option, but not starting.
Maybe needs a few more goals.
Yeah, I would think so. Squawker with some stats for us against Nottingham Forest. Cuti Romero won the most aerial duels and did not lose a single one, 5 out of 5. And Mickey van de Ven made the most successful tackles, 5, and was not dribbled past once, and he did not lose a single ground duel as well, 5 out of 5. And like we keep saying, the yin to each other's yang.
Exactly, and they've turned out to be a really great, effective partnership, and they really do well together. It's really, really great stuff, and I think we've in terms of profiles, we've done a really good job pairing those two together.
Oh, and some. And look, we were going for Tapsoba in the summer, and who's to say Tapsoba wouldn't have provided the same impact as Mickey van de Ven, but I couldn't be happier with Mickey and Cuti in the back two together.
That's it, I think.
Is that it? Yeah. All right, that is it. That is all we have for Reacts. I want to thank you all for joining us in the stream today. A nice long one for you guys